Buying local is more and more a part of how we live, from the food we eat to the clothes we wear. Fashion is one industry, though, where the competition is fierce between established luxury brands and homegrown labels. Arab designers are renowned for their creativity and craftsmanship. But are shoppers in the Middle East ready to spend hundreds and even thousands of dollars for localized fashion? I asked Zaid Farouki, the founder of one local label that's part of a new Arab pride movement in the industry.
So you showed your collection in a showroom in Paris during Paris Fashion Week. How was it received? How did it go? What was your experience like?
We received commentary and news from both sides of the spectrum, actually. And that's something that I feel like we need to discuss as Arab creatives in the region. So we received this notion of how beautiful and creative the work is, which we accepted wholeheartedly and loved that, and how much we celebrate the region. But on the other hand, we actually may have gotten people turning their faces, or because it speaks Arabic, or because I'm an Arab designer, or it celebrates Arab nomadism in a way. Some people, as soon as they found out we're Arab, were not that keen about the brand in general.
What do you mean? What did they do?
So they were not keen about that brand in the sense that when they realized, we have certain motifs that have people or men actually covered up, etc. The stereotypes came in and they're like, what is that? What are they trying to present? And there was that type of commentary about it. So it's something that surprisingly we started seeing the effect. We're celebrating our culture here, yet we see the backlash that we see and we're used to all around the world of the Arab or Middle Eastern image.
But overall in the region, Arab labels are gaining momentum, I would say, right now. They're getting a lot more support from the media, from publications, from organizations and trusts like Fashion Trust Arabia, for example. Would you say, though, that the Middle East is ready to transition to Arab labels?
Now we're proving that we as Arabs are not consumers. We are actually creatives. So we are feeding our market. We are presenting to our market what we want to see. And we know what our taste is. We know what our wants and needs and demands are. And our relationship with our outfits and clothing. Something that no matter how much of a Western brand tries to tap into, we have it naturally. The more we do support Arab brands, the more they're able to grow, the more they're able to be creative. You're funding their creativity. Not only that, it's their marketing, it is their presence abroad. So it's a cycle. So it can be as simple as one garment, and supporting that small brand, it will actually take it a long way than you buying into any large brand that is available in the world or in the malls.
How do you market a unisex brand? Do you show it on men, on women? It seems confusing.
We do show it on men, and it's showcased as well as on women how it's worn. But the majority of it is showcased on men first.
That sounds sexist to me.
Showcased on both, but it's showcased on men. So if we're doing, for example, a show, it's showcased on men, and then later on, all the photographs and everything on our online store, everything is appeared to on both genders. So it's showcased on both for sure. A lot of designers create women's wear, but we wanted to create men's wear that's also suitable for women and unisex in a general aspect. So that's why it's showcased on men first, and then later shown how it can be worn by women.
Do you think that anytime soon, men and women couples will share a single closet?
I feel like it's happening. It may be not happening on a large scale on everything, But of course, we're personally seeing it with our clientele, with sweaters, with t-shirts, with certain pants, with certain tops or kind of capes. Of course, they're gender neutral, so people are borrowing each other's closets.
So are you an artist or a fashion designer?
I tend to call myself a creative. I feel like an artist's claim, or they're using the word artist, is way too big for me.
What do you think about NFTs?
Call me old school, but I still love to feel everything and see them all and see the artwork and actually create artwork that it's actually tangible.
I have a theory that once, like if another pandemic comes, and by then we all have kind of progressed even further into the digital realm, and then we all have like avatars, and it's like we're living in a digital world. So then even our clothes that we wear are all like NFTs and digital.
That is genius. Well, actually, building on that, definitely building on that idea and that concept, because okay, don't mind me, I don't play video games, but I see my younger cousins playing it. And you can actually buy your outfits off of those video games. And they do collaborate with designers and fashion houses for certain outfits on those video games.
Will you design for a video game?
I would love to.
They should be so lucky. What do you think would be helpful in elevating Arab talent and taking it to the next level? What does the ecosystem need?
The ecosystem just needs us to realize that we're all together in this. So we're not individualistic. We're not just individual players in this market or in this region.